All right, what's up, guys? It's Nick here with some raw day trading and just wrapping up a day that was stupid. um, I ended up getting myself down about 1400 early in the day, and then there were a lot of opportunities and there's a lot of volatility, and it was all mostly on the same stock in XU, which was it's up basically like 600% right now. It was up a little bit more earlier, but it started at 24 cents yesterday, opens at around 85 cents, and then goes all the way to $2 throughout the day. But first it pulled back from 85 to 60 cents, and I just was way too aggressive on it, trying to time the lows and getting chopped out, and not really, like, even one of my goals for the day was just like back off when the level 2 trades weren't working well, and I did not do that. I just kept smacking it every time I saw green on the tape, and that was not a good thing to do. There was a lot of stuff moving around pre-market, a lot of kind of like unfocused action. I really like the chart on NXU though, and I kind of stuck to this one, even though I got really red on it at first. I like that it had just been beaten down so much over its lifetime that on the daily chart it's basically impossible to see any distinct lines on it, because it just, comes from $1,800 all the way down to $1 or 20 cents or whatever, and then you can kind of see a little bit more detail on the 4-hour chart here. But I just thought stock like this has a lot of potential. It's already up a lot, and I just kept focusing on it. I ended up going green on it, and now I'm up 700 on the stock. But I had to trade so many shares that I have like $200 in expenses, so up about just over 500 for the day. There were just a lot of mistakes at the open. A lot of, let me see if I can get some tape up here to show you. This HOLO is going right now, but I haven't been trading it all day. I don't want to touch it right now. I'm just not tuned into it. I'm actually waiting for SMX, but I think it pulled back too much. I don't think it's going to go. And it's, December 30th, so just being cautious as volume kind of dries out here. Just super wild morning, though. All right. Let's see. I even opened my tape up late, or I opened my camera up late, and I'm already down $300 when the video starts. Make a little bit back there, but I just didn't like it. It felt wrong, and so like every time it moved, I was late to the move because I was like, I didn't think it was gonna go, and basically those were traps that I kept getting trapped in, and I don't know. I tried to focus on something else, but I saw it back in the side view. I was down 500 really quickly within the first 15 minutes, and then I was just really careless, and I dug myself a bigger hole right there. I don't even have the chart up, which is annoying. But let me see if I can see one of my bigger losses. Let's see, where was this? What was the timestamp? 43:51. Yeah, this was just basically me trying to time the curl. The chart didn't look good, so I didn't have it on the main screen that's getting recorded. It was off on the side screen. And yeah, trading with decent size, 10,000 shares. 44. Yeah, and this is just me holding for some reason. I don't know why I'm holding this far down. Guess I'm just waiting for a bounce. And, yep, doesn't bounce. So I have to cut it. Put it back in. Bunch of random stocks here. GTI, I keep trying to hit it, but this one was a continuation name, and so like it wasn't really excited people trying to trade it, and so it didn't really go anywhere. And I kept going back to NXU because it wasn't dead really. It was kind of just consolidating sideways, and I was like, this feels like it's gonna go. I'm not sure, but it feels like it's gonna go, and I do end up in a position where I get a couple really good trades on it. I get down to only down seven, or get up to seven, only down $700, and then okay, so this is me focusing on it now here. But I basically missed this entire move. I don't really see the volume profile, which I would have taken right there. I was kind of beaten up by it, so I was also timid when it did start going. And then I think I do trade it against this like really, really bearish signal here of this really high volume 5-minute candle, and I'm just like, and I think I lose back to down 1,200 again. So it was just like up and down, kind of like a seasick morning. And I don't really start to make any progress till NXU does start moving the way I thought it would. I just go, really small red on a couple of these. Then NXU just blows it feels like out of nowhere. But it starts to curl right here and then just explodes. And a bunch of shorts got caught here. I think it halts. We'll see. I'm watching it, and it's starting to unload, and I'm like, I don't want to get caught in the highs again, but it looks like it's going. I jump in really high. There's lag on the order. I jump in like pretty big size, like up at 92, which is like just under the high of day. It was ballsy, but sometimes these stocks that have been so troublesome are troublesome because people are trying to push them down, and then once they do start looking like they're actually going to go, they all have to get out of the way they all have to get out of the stock at the same time, which means they all have to buy, and that's what kind of creates this action. So it was holding. I was being really quick with the trades. I could have held for a little bit longer. It's kind of hesitating here, but I wait a little bit too long to get in. So yeah, it's me buying into a halt for some reason. It's silly. Honestly, not the best trading. Probably should have been already flat around this area. I could have held that. Could have held that, but I was worried about this sort of action over here where it like popped up, looked like it was going to go, then reversed. Although it was kind of a different setup. So it halts up, signals higher, and then I start trading it out of the halt somewhere. It was a 10-minute halt. Yeah, I get a nice dip on it. Good trade, like 4 cents with 5,000 shares. And then pops up to 13. I don't get it. I only get a small piece of that. But I keep kind of like chafing it, like trying to get little like high probability trades here. But I'm red, and it's been a really difficult day, so like I'm not really trading anything with conviction. And not until, let's see where I go green. Not until, only down 500 at this point. What happens here? And then it really starts to pull away here, and I start trading it, and I go only down 230. It's holding at the highs. Almost green. But I basically just stuck with it, and then I almost walked away here because I remember I was up like 150 after fees, which the fees were $200, ridiculous amount of fees for just the SEC, and then it was still holding high, and I wanted to walk away after being down so much, but I was like, all right, I'll just stick with it as long as it keeps pushing here. And that's one of the things that I'm working on just as a trader, is like keeping in the pocket when it's good, no matter like what's happening or what has happened, and kind of stop trading off like what my profit and loss was for the day, at least as much. I'm still kind of sensitive to it, but I was able to stick in it, and it was a good choice. At least it worked out today. I caught some nice trades here, and then at one point I was up just over 700 on the day, and I was going for 1,000, but the I gave it back, and then I stopped at. I kind of like really slowed down when the stock slowed down, and then when I got back down to only at 500, and I was just like, okay, I gotta protect here because it's just been such a crazy day. But anyways, that's the gist of the day, what happened, and I will be back again tomorrow recapping the last day of the year. Peace out, guys.